Hello and welcome back to another pick a card reading. As always, we've got the 3 piles here, so your timestamp will be in the description box below and you can jump straight to your reading. Pile 1 is on the left, 2 in the middle and 3 on the right. The cards that I'm using will also be in the description box below, along with a link to my Facebook page, and you can message me there if you'd like a private reading with me. Hi and welcome to your reading if you chose group number 1. And I will start with the charms, I suppose. So we've got the airplane charm, and it came out reversed the first time. I dropped it the first time, and then it came up upright. So I feel like there may have been a situation where against better judgment or due to somebody else's situation or behavior or actions, there's been a redirection. We've got the elephant charm as well, the dark elephant, so it could be dealing with somebody else's. We've also got the moon, sort of like moon energy. We've got the moon in the situation, so it can be some shadow-like energy, or some things that perhaps weren't acknowledged for a while, or were elusive and hard to grasp. We've got the peg, amethyst, and pink quartz. The charm that represents you being divinely guided by your angels or your spirit guides. Okay, I am back. I just had the mailman. Anyway, so we have, yes, this charm talking about you being divinely guided, and this one, I love that this one came out because it talks about how much wisdom you gained on your path thus far. This one talks about a lot of huge experiences in your life that have shaped who you are and have given you priceless knowledge and wisdom, making you a very powerful person in what you create and how you go about your life. It's given you some serious tools for coping with people and different situations. And you've been getting a lot of intuitive messages about this situation, and maybe been maybe just some of the information was elusive, and when it became more apparent, or some information maybe came in or something, it gave you the opportunity to act. That may be the case. We've got beautiful self-love crystal, and the peg talking about the mundane things we need to do to achieve the bigger picture. There's the small steps that we take, the getting to the grindstone, the chipping away. So I see that you're on a solid path here. We've got the situation, the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups and the Moon. How am I going to hold this? Right. So there's definitely some sort of offer coming in here with the Knight of Cups. It could be emotional. I'm seeing it could be in a few situations here, and I feel like something that's coming in for you might have been something you wanted at one point, and maybe perhaps you're not so sure now, or perhaps it's coming in with some trouble or some sort of maybe it could be somebody that you're dealing with that's got some emotional immaturity as well. That could be the case here. And you're somebody who knows how to navigate that sort of stuff within yourself. Like, I feel like you're really advanced in your own emotions and the message you deliver to people to help them navigate theirs. Like, it's very soothing and grounded spiritual knowledge that you have to share. Anyway, there's some sort of wish fulfillment going on in the situation here. There's something coming in for you, whether it's something you still want or not, I'm not so sure. Or if it's not, yeah. All right, we'll move on to the challenge. We've got the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles reversed, and the 7 of Cups. So there could be some worries that, what's come in isn't perhaps what you want with the Six of Pentacles reversed, or maybe it's something about this is imbalance. There's not an equal give and take in a situation that you're in, and you're you could be feeling a little stuck in how to deal with this situation, or if this is a person that you're dealing with. It could be that they're in a position where you may need their help or have needed their help in the past. This feels like a little bit of like sort of entanglement in something that should have been simple, maybe something that should have been like, it almost feels like this issue is it's like not necessary, like it didn't have to push. If it's I feel a little confused on this one, but that's all right. I do feel a slight immature energy coming in from that Knight of Cups, and up here in the beliefs we've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Strength card. So this isn't again representing what we see here with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands, and we've got this offering coming in to this strong woman. This could be a feminine that I'm reading for. But it's really indicating that something's coming in for you. And it's, we've got also the Ten of Wands and the Star. So it could be something you've perhaps wished for and worked really hard for and put a lot of energy into to bring to you, towards you, and cultivate this, whatever this situation is. But it's come perhaps with some burden, or it hasn't been what you thought it would for whatever reason. There's something about it that's there's some sort of detail in, or person or behavior or something here that is unnecessarily heavy. I just feel like there's no need for that. But with this Strength card and the Star energy, you've got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles is here as well. And the charms I see, it just does show that I just have so much faith in your ability to navigate this situation, even if you feel like you've made a mistake or got headed in the wrong direction or something, or dealt with it. I don't know. Even if you feel like you haven't dealt with it in the best way, I can see that you have all the skills to do so. Rid of the issue, Four of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So we're perhaps stepping back and analysing the bigger picture here, what you're creating or what this has amounted to. Needing to take wanting rest from the situation or withdrawal from the situation to reassess perhaps. There is something about this that you will always have the upper hand, I feel, or you're for some, whether it's just the way you carry yourself and your mere abilities, or your position in this company or friendship or relationship or whatever it is elevated. You're elevated. But in saying that, you're the one who's calling the shots here, perhaps, and that's why you may need to take a step back, or you've perhaps hard to grasp. I'd love to hear how this one resonates with you, because we've got in the recent past the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So it's more talk of like this small offer coming in for something. It's like someone's perhaps offering you something that's not right or not enough, or comes with some burden, or and again, we've got this offering of abundance or some sort of assistance or something, connection, and you're here, I feel, with the Four of Cups, like rejecting that offer, or it's not what you want or hoped it would be, perhaps, or you can, whatever they're trying to offer you maybe is something you've already got or could acquire for yourself, or or perhaps it's something that you really, like I said before, it could be something you worked really hard for, and it's turned out that, like, it may be careful what you wish for situation, because you just might get it, and you did, and you realize maybe that's not what you wanted after all. Maybe it's what you wanted then, if that applies. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in the near future position, which is really nice energy for you, queenly energy. This is being grounded in this situation, remembering who you are, checking back in with yourself, taking care of yourself, offering up your energy and time to yourself, to your own life, your own creation. Just finding a bit more time for joy and pleasure, and just really coming out of any, releasing this situation, I feel. Just settling back down into self from maybe any, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I feel this energy of just settling again. And we've got on the 14th Mars going direct as well, so that could definitely be indicating a little bit more motivation coming in for whatever you want to use it for. And I feel like it's for self-love, health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, all of that stuff, really taking care of you and yours. So in the self-belief, this is interesting, self-perception, we've got the Devil, the Hanged One, and the Lovers. Look at that. So here's you in meditation, sort of sitting and looking to the left and looking to the right and looking at this look at that. This should speak for itself, shouldn't it? That you're looking at something that's perhaps kept you stuck or bound, or perhaps some sort of situation that's not being healthy for you, and you have I feel like you're sitting with, you could be in deep reflection of a whole series of relationships or situations. Actually, this may have caused you to really look back at other patterns like this, where you've had to where you haven't realized that something you've been stuck in or doing has actually been not helping you or keeping you down, when there's another more aligned decision for you, a choice you can make that's going to take you further. I feel like you're a very generous person too, and so maybe sometimes you've been too generous to the wrong person, or too generous for too long. That may be the case as well. But you're stuck in the middle of a huge decision here, I feel. Like and I don't actually know. I feel like you know the choice, because it's too clear here. You're shifting your perception on a situation here, and you're seeing something more for what it is, and it's going to give you the ability to make a huge choice. The people around you are perceiving you with the Judgment card, the Seven of Wands, and the Tower. So yeah, you could be casting harsh judgment against somebody, like defending yourself, blowing up a situation. Like I said before, I feel like it's you calling the shots here. And so you could be having people or a person who's up against you with some emotional manipulation maybe, or narcissistic behavior. It can be very unhealthy, this Moon and Knight of Cups energy. But you're sitting pretty still, like where you're at. Like you could, flick them off you if that applies. You're making a huge call here. And this Judgment card is basically this. As you sitting there in meditation, contemplating everything to the deepest level. Now, the advice for you at this time, and I've tucked one of your Oracle cards in with this one because it just said so. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, I'll get the tarot first. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Three of Wands. Look at the imagery too. I love it. So we've got, I'm just seeing this as all you, because this is your advice. Actually, this could also be the person you may be dealing with, if applies, if you're dealing with a person that's been difficult. And can you see the imagery? If that's the story, you're here with this abundance around you. You have so much to be grateful for, and you have so much contentment in your life, and enough, it's like skill, physical abundance, and internal richness to to be sitting in this energy. and the other person you may be dealing with or have dealt with, or this situation, however you want to make it apply, you can see that it seems barren. They're guarded. They haven't healed. Perhaps there's reasons for their walls to be up, or there's reasons for them to be acting this way, and it's not fair. But it's no reflection on you. Just remember that. It's a reflection on them and where they're at in their journey. So there is a message here to maybe extend some sort of compassion or understanding in that light. But I feel like you do anyway. You get it. Anyway, so now looking at it as all you, where's the other one? Yes, Three of Wands. This is the message too. With the Nine of Pentacles, we've got surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. Very feminine energy. It just talks about finding pleasure and joy again. So the advice is, regardless of this situation and how it may be pulling on your energy or your attention or whatever, just remember who you are. Remember what you've really got. Remember what you're really about. And try and definitely like sink into the little pleasures of life. Really enjoy cooking that extra beautiful meal, or taking this time to go for a walk in nature, or have a dance with yourself. All that, whatever the things are that really check you back in with yourself and remember your abundance. Whether it's that, for me, it's the cup of tea at the right time in the afternoon and the light hits the garden like through the leaves properly, and it's just. Yeah, it fills my cup up, that little moment, or like washing the dishes and then looking into the garden with the hands in the water. I don't know. That's little things like that, just that, and that's me in my Nine of Pentacles energy, and you've got your way of doing that too. So definitely check in with self this week is the advice. And if continuing this on to be you, just let this pass. I feel this is a resilience card, and this is an expansion card, and sort of waiting for the results or waiting for the ships to come in. So just stay pretty with yourself, sit in your own comfort and find your own ways to just have joy in your own little world or your own bubble, however that may apply. And it also can talk about going your own way, finding ways to be more self-sufficient if possible, and protect yourself against whatever. So yes, resilience, and sort of like I see this as sort of like allowing this to pass, like give it some time maybe, if that applies. Now in the outcome cards, we've got the Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Hermit card. So more talk of going your own way in every single card here. We have this beautiful free-spirited energy that sort of strikes off and is not tethered to anything, and off on an adventure, ready to go. Walking away from those things that may weigh you down and have been uncomfortable or unfair, and using your own wisdom to navigate those choices and what it is you're leaving behind and what direction it is you're going in. And this is a card of isolation or withdrawing from something as well. So, all of these cards do talk about solitude, stepping back, redirection, and all based on a decision that you've been in meditation about, that's in alignment, in higher alignment with you and the direction you're headed. So now we have two oracle cards to finish off the reading. We've got from the Wild Offering, mistakes and direction. So allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. That's mistakes. And direction. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head in the wrong way, please stop me. And this is so indicating, like everything I've said so far, isn't it? I feel also with the Page of Wands, some of you may get a message or information come in that helps you make that decision, if that applies, if you're still waiting for that, because the Page of Wands can be a messenger. So I'll leave it there. I hope that gave some sort of clarity or comfort or guidance, or the start of that was a bit woof for me, but it seemed to flow a bit more at the end, so hopefully it made sense for you. And I will check in again next week. See you later. Hi, and welcome to your reading if you chose group number 2. And I'll jump straight in with the charms here. We have some fairly heavy charms, I suppose. We've got the Padlocked Heart, and sort of like a heavy binding charm, and that it fell locked together like this. So there could be some sort of situation close to your heart, family or otherwise, that you felt really stuck in the situation with them through maybe obligation or whatever it is. It's just really heavy. It could be a lot of emotions flying around at the moment. We've got this yellow elephant, yellow. I don't know, maybe that's a message for somebody else. I don't know where that came from. We've got this black elephant, sorry. And it does talk about, it's sort of like the elephant in the room that hasn't wanted to be acknowledged. It's sort of like dark hiding shadow sort of stuff that maybe is undeniable at this point. Like it's sort of something that has to be addressed here. We have this beautiful, beautiful charm, which came out in the first reading as well. I love that. It's a really powerful charm. It did come reversed. However, I still want to read it both ways because regardless, this charm is a huge token to your wisdom gained from the experiences you've had in this life. Like I feel when I see this particular crystal, it has taught somebody truly how to use their own intuition to guide them through some really intense situations, and use those situations to grow always. It is in reverse, so maybe it's indicating that you have been held back from growing in this situation, or you have for some reason been blocked from being able to apply the knowledge you have for whatever reason. We've also got the amethyst crystal that came out next to as well, and if you notice there's amethyst in the middle. So, you know, your intuition is really strongly guiding you and has been for a while here. I got because they were all quite heavy other than the amethyst and this one, but it was reversed. I wanted one more, and when I asked for one more, I thought of the bell and it came out. And I'm so glad because it is a blessing coming your way, whether that's angelic assistance or you know, circumstantial assistance or something. This is a good news charm for you. I wanted also some more at the end. I pulled a couple more. And it talks about this could be family networks, or this is like groups of people, communities coming together and sharing what should be a healthy connections. And then this sort of yin yang energy that can be a little binding fell on top. So it's sort of a message to say that you to have faith in who you are and that the path and the messages that you share will and do resonate with the right people. And not everyone is your cup of tea, that's fine, or you're not theirs. But it is a message to say that the right connections are and will come in for you, that will be supportive, and to continue along the path of using your discernment to figure out which ones they are. So in the situation, jumping straight in, I love to hear any feedback on the charms because they're just so still getting to know them. It'd be good to know if they hit or not. We have the Eight of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Wands here in the situation. So this could be a workplace or a family, a home, family situation, friends. It's like community sort of energy. It's meant to be healthy and supportive and celebrating, and it's perhaps there is there's so many potential stories here. Perhaps there is a celebration to be organised or planned, or it is within the community or workplace that there's an issue, and it's like you're feeling really stuck by this situation through, like I said before with the charms, maybe it's obligation to your role in this situation. There seems to be a lot of opinions here, a lot of conflict with the Five of Wands, a lot of maybe more people's opinions than there should be flying around, or more people involved in the situation than should be, and it's caused a lot of disharmony in the home or in the family or in the workplace or whatever the Four of Wands represents for you. That should be something that's celebrated and supportive. But at this time, there is maybe a hard time finding harmony and balance there. The Eight of Swords does talk about being stuck and perhaps replaying a lot of this in your head and trying to figure out how to move forward. Feeling like you are stuck to the situation, or maybe you keep getting pulled back into the drama of it, and you don't need to anymore. You never needed to in the first place, is what I'm hearing, and that might be why this came reversed. because these heavy situations or people, or whatever this is, you're smarter than that. I feel like perhaps that's all you need to hear. You've it's like, come on, you've dealt with this situation before, or this personality type before, or you know the answers. It's just sometimes it is so hard to assert that boundary or to truly cut that person off, and because of obligations or because of this sense of commitment for whatever reason. You're not stuck though. The Eight of Swords is always a reminder that you're not stuck. You don't have to engage in the Five of Wands energy. You don't have to engage in the arguments. You can free yourself and lift yourself up from it. If that's fear of being alone or something like that, that charm was definitely to remind you that there is and can and will be healthy connections for you. In the challenge, we've got the Fool, Judgment, and Seven of Wands. So it could be like when I first saw this, I thought, okay, perhaps there's a fool casting some foolish judgment on you, some unfair judgment. It could be the case that you're dealing, because I said, what is the challenge for this person? And I got the Fool. So I feel like really there is a fool that may be your challenge at the moment, or a foolish situation, or a foolish decision, or a foolish judgment. That may be the case. It also could be here that the challenge is using your judgment, using your discernment, freeing yourself from this situation, and like without maybe having all the answers yet. And there's so much confusion and elusive energy to this situation, and you just got to make this leap of faith, and you're not sure, and it's like, I got to just do this, or I've got to just leave the situation, or I've got to, make a step, and I don't know. Maybe I haven't got all the information yet, and like I need more information to make a better judgment call, so I'm not a fool. Or there's so many different ways I could go right now, I'm just not sure which way to go, and I don't want to make the wrong choice. So there could be that sort of energy here too, not wanting to make the wrong choice. But a decision is needing to be made, it does look like, or has been, and dealing with that. So in the beliefs, we've got the Ten of Cups reversed, the Tower, and the Two of Wands. Speaks for itself, speaks to everything I've said so far as well. Ten of Cups is that lack of harmony in a place that should be healthy, or has the potential, or had the potential to be healthy, a family dynamic, or something that's connected to your community or your heart space. Ten of Cups being emotional energy, emotional fulfillment. Tower. So something within the foundation of this perhaps was not as you thought it would be, or to bring what you wanted it to emotionally. It's absolute opposite. In fact, it's, instead of filled you up, it's depleted you or made you tired, or pulled you into these emotional cycles of drama perhaps. And the belief you have here is a clear one, that this is to be destroyed. This is not going to this is not stable, or this is not healthy. You need to make a decision here with the Two of Wands, and this is crossroads energy. It's taking a new path. So this is in your beliefs area. You're aware of a decision that you need to make, or a cut-off perhaps for root of the issue. The Nine of Wands, and I don't know if that came reversed or not. The way it flipped out was a bit crooked. And the Ten of Wands. So either way, that's like, Nine of Wands reversed is just like emphasizing, especially when the Ten of Wands comes next to it, just how freaking draining and heavy this may have been. And how much strength, we got the Strength card, how much strength this may have drained from you. Or how much strength you've had to muster and call upon, just to deal with the constant heaviness of this, if that, or the round and round and round, if that applies, if it keeps, it's just like, it's sort of like you've really had to be resilient in this situation here. And you're needing now to use your inner strength to put this down, to recalibrate, or to reassess, or to reevaluate your direction and what you want to carry and what you don't need to carry. recent past, we've got the King of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. It can be quite a cold energy here, very cold with the King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. It's somebody could have been quite nasty. We've got that foolish judgment potential message there, and this can just be someone who's really just completely emotionally cut off and or causing you to feel like you are not supported, or that you are stuck in this situation, or that you are down and out, and that you need that you've lost or something like that. It's somebody's wanting you to feel like you're at the loss here, or you're the one that's losing, or same thing. There's potential for that. There's also a potential message here that could be representing you, the King of Swords, where you have used logic and a harsh, using only not emotion-led choices, but just a harsh choice to cut something out or to leave somebody else in the cold, if that applies. Take it how it resonates for that one. But yeah, some really quite isolated, cold energy. Perhaps you've been left to deal with something on your own, and you thought you had support from somebody, and it turns out you didn't have that support in the end. That's what it feels like there. And so maybe you've put a lot of energy into whatever that situation was too, so you're having to cut your losses and walk away from something. Just maybe you are literally down and out, and it is your loss in a big way. It'll be different for everyone here. So near future energy, just shift that off my screen. There we go. Near future energy, we've got the Hermit, and the Eight of Cups. Just continuing the story thus far, really, with this. The Hermit card can very much be like this energy here. How it was reversed, you have got all the wisdom within you. You have got all the answers, and you're being asked to tune into self and tune into those answers and remember your power. Remember that you have all of the skills that it takes to be discerning. So yeah, withdrawal energy, walking away from something that's not serving you or pulling you down. Emotional energy with the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that is not working for you. Choosing to isolate or choosing to withdraw, to seek your own counsel, to just, replenish yourself perhaps. Self-perception. We have the Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So remembering here that you are the Queen of Wands. That is such a beautiful thing. So regardless of any situation that you've been pulled into, or you found yourself in at a disadvantage, or feeling heartbroken, or a huge sense of loss or betrayal, that you are still beautifully abundant, and you are on your own right path, the path that's right for you. Like, this situation isn't, I feel, not, maybe it is for some. Okay, I'll back that message up. I feel like there's a lot. You're sitting with this and processing what's to be gained here, what's to be learned here, and perhaps feeling a deep sense of sadness for what you may have invested a lot of energy into not working out. Like, there's quite a like the expression here, looking over at the heartbreak situation or the issue that's causing you pain, and just not impressed, disappointed perhaps would be the right description for that. Feeling disappointed that I feel like you did your best with the Queen of Wands. She does show up, and she is magnetic, and she does have a lot of energy and vibrancy to give, and she knows how to create the life she wants. And she has all the energy to apply herself. Yeah, so it's almost Like, it's like you did your best, and it's almost, again, like similar to reading 1, where the situation almost feels like it could be unnecessary. Like, it happened, it didn't have to happen like this, and you did your part, and why did this, yeah. I feel like you did your part, you did your fair share. You, I feel like you've done the right thing here, and maybe someone else is making you feel like you didn't, or maybe you didn't in some cases too. Like, everyone's going to be a little different here. So, okay, so in the outside perception, you've got the way others are perceiving you at this time, in a deep sense of loss with that 5 of Cups, and, you know, maybe walking away from this situation, perhaps tail between your legs, or if that applies for some people, or maybe you're walking away from this situation just at that sense of loss, like whether that's, you know, literal or like internal, like imagine perceived loss. Either way, you are here closing something out, you're finishing up with something has ended. Perhaps the Tower is there, the World card is there, that is completion energy. The Death card is in the outcome, so, you know, the end of a cycle, the closing out of something, the leaving something behind that's just heavy, you don't need it, you can't carry it to where you're going to smoother waters. And people know that this situation perhaps it's been going on for a long time, it's taken a long time to close out, but, you know, I feel like you've got I feel like there's perhaps a people or person around you that perhaps you're moving away from. And that might be why this came out too, that like you're moving away from unhealthy connections or something unhealthy, and just have faith that you will find what is right for you and what does resonate with you and what is supportive. Whether it's people or opportunities or situations or creative projects or whatever it may be. The advice, I've got a couple there as well, but these ones first. 7 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Defend yourself, defend your situation, rise up against any challenges, and believe in yourself here. Believe in your creation, believe in your message. This is a new manifestation, perhaps it's something you want to create, something you're working on, or something you've been working on for a while, a project or something. Perhaps it's your own healing, your own journey that you need to, the advice is to go step up onto that, embrace that, and defend yourself against anything that challenges that. Have faith in who you are. And that's repeated here some more. I chucked the Oracle cards in, I'll grab them in a sec. 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. This is your paid work, perhaps, or it's your self-mastery, or the work that you do, the mastering, the something you do that you're showing up at, you're repetitive, you keep on showing up, you keep on giving it a go, you keep on trying, and you get your wish fulfillment. Believe in that. This is the advice here. Keep showing up, keep believing in yourself, keep trying. Your wish fulfillment will come. Now, the oracles that came with that was Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep into your authentic self, your message and who you are, and the life that works for you. Believe in it and claim it. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas. It all matches up with this. So whatever it is that held you back or sucked you dry or didn't work out, it's a lesson learned. But you are and will and can move into more supportive energy if you make those choices based in self-love and your own knowing of what's right and good for you, and, you know, letting go of these things that are heavy, binding situations, people, whatever they may be, and not putting your head in the sand about it, or feelings, like just really empowering yourself here. Remembering the bigger picture, your vision, what you want, in whether it's, you know, a relationship, a workplace, you know, your own way of being and dealing with people, and such, your own self-mastery. Hold that vision, believe in yourself, keep going. Achieve, you can. Now the outcome is so beautiful. It says the same sort of thing. We've got the Death card, the Ace of Cups. So what I heard here was huge transformation comes when a self-love is applied. And then the Oracle card that came out was love. It's not about finding love. You are love itself. Help me, Lord, to send so much compassion and caring to the inner child that I always remember I myself am love. I love how that came out. Love, 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 love. So this is huge transformation comes about when self-love is applied, when healing and kindness is applied to self. Then we had the Hanged One and the Magician as well. So this is really powerful energy of transformation, change, meditation, and remembering your power and how to nurture yourself so that you can be the best you and make huge decisions that are really powerful and bring about the opportunities that you want in your life. This is deep meditation about what needs to shift and change. We are in Scorpio season, and the Death card is in your outcome. We've got Virgo here, Leo here, Scorpio, very strongly. Those are the main signs. Whether they apply or not, it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so 2 more oracle cards. Oh yeah, no, love. We've seen love. You are love yourself. And solitude. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. So this is that last. That's why at the very end, before I pulled these out, and I'm like, yeah, this is it too. This is trusting the right people, the right supportive things will come along. You just may need to go your own way for a bit, believe in yourself, chip away, don't be afraid to defend yourself against what isn't right, and rise yourself up out of any situations that don't resonate with what you're creating, because you've got big wishes coming, you've got big picture thinking. Be your true self and let yourself shine. I love it. I love that message. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that resonated and gave some sort of clarity, comfort, or guidance, and I look forward to checking in again next week. Bye. Hi, and welcome to your reading if you chose group number 3. And I'm going to jump straight in with the charms over here. They pretty much all came reversed, so it's like, where do I start? The same as actually all 3 readings have similar energies to them, in the sense that this charm came out in all 3, I'm pretty sure, but something binding or restricting or heavy needs to be released, or there's liberation needed for whatever reason. So here we go. We've got the heart charm, lock and key, and this heavy attachment, bondage type binding a charm. And the key was face down, so it's like perhaps you've really come up against a wall here so many times, like you've really tried to find a way through, or find a way to the key to unlock this, or to find the method, the theory, whatever it is, trying to find a way through, and with little success. Like, it's been really hard, and this charm indicating guidance, support, and this is you in the middle, and all your angels or your spirit guides or loved ones in this realm guiding you and loving you and supporting you, was in reverse. So it's like you're feeling cut off from such support, whether that's assistant divine intervention that you're asking for that you feel hasn't come, or support within this situation. Perhaps you feel like not as supported as you could be. We have this gorgeous Queen of Pentacles, Empress-like energy, but it was also reversed. So feeling like maybe someone's taken advantage of you, or that you're not in your power for whatever reason. And that it's like, I feel like this is quite a journey. Perhaps has been quite a journey. And you are, you have gained so much wisdom. Like each little intricate, where is the camera? Each little intricate nook on here and detail tells a story of you and the journey that you've walked, and everything's etched in here to create the beautiful Empress that you are. We have this charm that talks about beautiful, healthy family connections, maybe like a 2 people and a child, or 3 children, or 3 people in your heart space, or you and 2 others, or something like that. It's a beautiful healthy home, healthy marriage sort of independent charm, but it was also reversed. So again, more talk of feeling disconnected from healthy connections, or feeling disconnected from support. But you're needing help, I feel, with this charm. Like you need somebody who's going to cooperate with you, or you need assistance perhaps, that's going to help you move along your way, or like you need something that's going to be like, this is running smoothly. You need something that's actually going to benefit you or assist you, or however it applies. And then last two were the citrine. I kept thinking amethyst, I don't know why. Citrine. So, and it's a smaller piece of citrine, so it may be feeling like perhaps this situation may have drawn the abundance out of you, or you're not feeling so abundant because of this situation, or it is costing you literally physical money abundance. And then the lapis lazuli I'm glad this came out, actually, because with everything that's in reverse, it is a message that this whole situation serves you. The lapis lazuli, I usually look at that as like getting divine guidance with how to move forward. It can be intervention. It's just that direct plugging into source and getting the answers sort of thing. Embodying your own highest self, truly taking those actions. So it's like this situation, regardless of how stuck you may be or how tumultuous it is, everything about this actually does serve you and will teach you what you need, or give you what you need in moving on. Anyway, going into the cards now, I'd love to hear how the charms hit, because I'm still new with them, and I'll just, see how they go. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, do I want to do charms? But I want to keep going and getting to know them more. So if you're enjoying them, I would love to keep trying. So anyway, we've got Judgment, 5 of Wands, and the Hermit reversed. So this could be I see a lot of potential here for this to be a legal situation, or some sort of authority or organization involved in this, a decision to perhaps be made, or something along those lines. It could be the case. But yeah, we have conflict here. We have an argument, perhaps with there are mediators involved with the Judgment card. Perhaps you're feeling like because of this argument you have been outcast, or perhaps it's this situation where this can, like, a feel from this energy can be a bit like the black sheep or the misfit sort of, and it's like potentially you feel like you're always, or perhaps you're constantly drawn into these situations, and it's sort of like a questioning as to why these situations keep coming up. You're really trying to seek the wisdom in this experience and trying to figure out what to do next, and feeling could be feeling quite isolated, like you have to go this alone, or you're having to deal with it alone, or maybe there's a lot of people up against you at the moment. In the challenge, we've got the Tower and the Hierophant. So this could be that organization. It could be a court decision, or somebody, a power above you, or a power of this situation, authority of some kind. It could be. And then we have a situation that is completely blown up. So this could also be a marriage commitment. This could be talking about something you're committed to that has been like a solid foundation for you, which has turned out not to be and has blown up, or is not working, or is just complete chaos or destruction for you. It could be with the Tower here. There is something to do. Yeah, so this could be together, like a commitment blown up or something like that, or separate, where something has blown up and you're needing the assistance of some sort of organization or higher power to help you, or to use your own knowledge gained, your own spiritual wisdom to navigate this really hard time. The Hermit reversed can sometimes indicate that it's hard to find that wisdom, and you really do need to dig deep to get the answers here, or to it is a sense as well I get with the Hermit reverse and the Tower, is that this is that supportive charm and all those things around you or people or angels or energetic beings or whatever around you that support you and love you and guide you through things, and having it reversed, feeling like it's just that guidance isn't there, or you've been forsaken, perhaps, if you want to be that dramatic about it, or something like that, like you've been left wanting or left forgotten, or that may be the case. In the beliefs, we've got the Ten of Wands and the Lovers. I wanted to get one more for that, and I didn't grab it before I hit record. But the Ten of Wands, you feel like a decision perhaps you've made, or maybe a decision someone else has made, or maybe you thought this situation was once going to be beneficial, and it just hasn't been. It's turned out to be really heavy for you. Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So you know what's right for you. You know that you need to give this cup of love to yourself. You know that you need to make hard decisions, perhaps, that are in alignment with what is going to be supportive of you and your journey, and only you, by the looks of it. Ten of Wands. Where was that? Over here. So you're aware this is heavy, but you're also aware that it may be you that needs to make the decision here. You could be, yeah. You could be, I feel like at some times throughout this, you've been waiting for assistance or waiting for divine intervention or something to shift this. In the root of the issue, we've got the Death card. Four of Swords and the Hanged One. Very withdrawn energy, isolated energy, stepping back in meditation, sort of having, perhaps I feel like with this, it's like this situation is out of your hands, like it's out of your control. The only thing that you can control is yourself and how you react and how you move forward, whether you know how to or not, and to really, really look at where your cup of love is going, and what's coming in towards you. I just feel like there's a lack of nurturing connections or something around you or a situation that's really pulling from you, and so you need to step up and either put a boundary there or fill your own cup, or make a decision that is honouring yourself and your message and your truth. And so we're in meditation about that with the root of the issue and Hanged Man, Four of Swords, withdrawing from a situation. I do feel like you do feel a little stuck, and trying to shift your perception of this so that you can lift yourself up and empower yourself and create change in this situation. Death card, transformation, right? We're in Scorpio season. We can expect things to be dying away and changing and shifting and transforming right now, for sure. Perhaps you're really run down and tired and exhausted by this situation, or feeling a little powerless or a lack of motivation in moving forward. That could be indicated here as well. Mars does go direct on the 14th, so we've got a bit more motivation and drive coming back to us this week after a lengthy retrograde. But yeah, at this time, honor your need for rest, I would say, and take your time. Take your time with processing and sitting with this, and surrendering to the lesson here, or surrendering to this situation and doing the best you can with it. Recent past, we have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So this is a battle. This is endurance. This is resilience. This is being a little guarded and feeling like, this is wounded warrior energy. So there's been some sort of battle. Perhaps everyone's withdrawn to lick their wounds, or there's nothing. I don't feel any amicable energy here in this situation. So it's definitely step back and withdrawal time, or has already been. Recent past, so yes, that's after the battle, we've stepped back and we're sort of looking back on it. And then as we move forward, you're still looking back on it. I felt with the Three of Wands, you're still reflecting on it, but at the same time, you're ready to move forward as well, and just like back to the grindstone, back to the drawing board. Get to it and start like planning what your next step is, and figuring out where do I go from here? How do I move on from here? Perhaps there hasn't been much like this. Perhaps this situation was extremely unexpected and caused a huge redirection of your life. Maybe that has applied here as well. But yeah, you've got a definite energy of releasing, getting back to work, staying grounded as well is also in your oracle cards, but staying grounded while you're perhaps waiting for the results or the outcome of this situation, or while you're reflecting on the past as well. It could be, but I do also feel here that this is you're just staying grounded while you allow this to either swarm around you or flow past or do what it needs to do before you need to engage again. Like maybe it's, it's stepping back and when you need to engage, you'll know when, for whatever reason. Maybe it's the next court date or whatever, if that applies, if it was that sort of thing. But yeah, you're definitely sort of sticking to yourself, working on yourself, figuring out what you need to do, figuring out what you need to replace, figuring out where you need to go, and there is a waiting energy. In the self-perception, 2 of Wands I think came reversed, but I'm not too sure, so I'll probably read it both ways here. 4 of Wands and the Magician. So you are powerful. Self-perception, the Magician. What's it stuck on my card? You are powerful. You do have supportive connections and networks around you. You do have a lot worth celebrating here with this beautiful Magician and 4 of Wands energy. You can create the best from this situation, whether it's a battle that to be won or lost or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's coming back to that lapis lazuli, I think, and remember, and the citrine, and remembering that you are abundant and all the decisions you make are all just part of the experience. The etch in who you are, and to gain that wisdom to become that empress. It's just all part of your becoming, whether it's painful and difficult or not. And the 2 of Wands can sort of, if it was reversed, it can talk about a bit of like fear of the future and not sure which way to go forward, but knowing you need to and have got what it takes. Perhaps there's like an element of lack of planning. If it was reversed, perhaps this situation was unexpected for you, but upright as well though, which I do feel the energy most of, is here you are seeing yourself making these decisions to bring yourself to a better place, remembering that you are the Queen of Wands and that you do deserve the Ace of Cups, and that you can make decisions that are in alignment with you with that Lover's card. You can put down burdens, you can take a new path. Others perceiving you, we've got the 5 of Cups, so there's somebody around that may be thinking that you've in a deep sense of loss or despair at the moment, feeling quite sad and hurt by this situation. There could be numerous people around you perceiving you in different ways, but anyway, we've got also the Queen of Swords and the Emperor. So I feel this is either you up against an authority or you up against somebody trying to be controlling or above you, if that applies, or it's you making really strong decisions or statements based on your truth, and being your own authority in this situation, and sort of liberating yourself and empowering yourself. So some people may perceive you as, you could have different people around you here. Some people perceiving you as, calling the shots and making this happen, being strong, and others may be perceiving you as, maybe those who you are having conflict with, feeling like you're despairing at this time or feeling really down about this situation, and maybe that's all right and true. So in the action advice, we've got the Empress, the Devil, and the Sun. That's pretty big stuff. This is deep internal processing going on here about you and your attachments in situations and how you engage, and light being shed onto those attachments with the Sun card. A bit of revelation coming in here. And this is the advice. So sit with that revelation. Sit with your processing at this time. Engage in self-love. Engage in reflection. Look at these situations the way you are feeling stuck and bound, and remember that you are the Empress and that you can shed light on anything. You can truly lift yourself and liberate yourself up out of any situation, and it also talks to your power in this situation too, perhaps, or somebody may be trying to have power over you and you remembering your power. In the outcome position, we have the Justice card, the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. So, all right, justice is served. Justice will be served. We started out the reading with the Judgment card. We're finishing the reading with the Justice card. This could be a court situation where you are so uncertain about the outcome. 2 of Swords, not sure how this is going to swing, but we've got the 9 of Cups here. This is going to be a victory. And look, that's whether this is a victory in that, if there's a court case, in that situation or not, like win the battle, whatever. Bringing it back to that lapis lazuli and remembering that this, regardless, you are the winner, because you will learn so much from this situation, and you are in this process right now, I've got some cards for it, a gateway sort of energy. So yeah, outcome, justice, a decision perhaps being made, a truth being told, some uncertainty about the direction that may lead you perhaps, but this is ultimately wish fulfillment. This could be divine intervention, the Nine of Cups. It is something that you want. So yeah, I would say whether it's a victory or not, at the end of the day, it feels like it's a victory. Now, the oracle cards we have are change and empowerment. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step to change me into one who can take it. Yeah, turning this pendant, right? Embrace, don't be scared. You can take the steps. Remember who you are. Remember all these etchings that you've made in the journey thus far. There's a lot of wisdom you've got under your belt here. Don't forget that. And then empowerment. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It is a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. Isn't that very strong energy here with the Empress, Devil, and the Sun? Embracing your whole self, your shadow, your light. Empowering yourself to make strong decisions, cut bindings that don't serve you, honor the Empress, shed light where you need to. And then the other two oracles we had were Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded, that message from before, and Deep Love, Mother's Milk, birth as a portal. So definitely talking about that transformation with the Death card here, and staying grounded while you go through those changes, the Eight of Pentacles. So while you are moving through this situation, this is a spiritual transition, sort of initiation energy. It can be. It's like a rite of passage that you may be going through to show yourself your own inner strengths here. So just stay grounded while you move through this. As hard as that may be sometimes with this, really hard Five of Wands sort of conflict tower energy. There's a lot here in this reading. So go easy on yourself, stay grounded, and remember who you are. And I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that gave some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance, and I look forward to connecting again next week. Bye.